yesterday. In the previous class, we were studying about some chemical properties of phenol. Okay, we have discussed all the chemical properties of phenol, like in electrophilic substitution, nitration, as well as halogenation. Okay, and we have just studied the reaction with zinc dust and also oxidation of phenol into benzoquinone. Now the next one is your Kolbe reaction. This is your name reaction. Okay, and also you already know that if it is name reaction, then it has its own importance. Like it can be asked in your examination as it is write short note on Kolbe reaction, or it can be asked in the form of fill in the blanks type of questions. So in this reaction, simply there is just conversion of phenol into salicylic acid. There is this conversion of phenol into salicylic acid. This compound is salicylic acid. Okay, it is reacted with sodium hydroxide. It gets converted into sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide ion, which on further reaction with carbon dioxide in acidic condition, which on further reaction with carbon dioxide in acidic condition forms this compound. And the meaning of this 1 and 2, like I can also have written these reagent as CO2 and H plus. So what are the basic difference between writing in the form of 1 and 2 or in the form of this? This means both of the reagents are used at the same time in the same step. This means there are two steps involved. That is, first the reaction with the CO2 is done, then the addition of H plus will take place. Like this is your Kolbe reaction. There is also one more important reaction, that is Riemer-Tiemann reaction. Riemer-Tiemann reaction. According to this reaction, phenol is converted into, here the product was in this case the product was salicylic acid. Here the product is salicylic. Salicylic. What happens in this reaction? Again, this reagent phenol, it is treated with CaCl3 plus NaOH solution. It is treated with CaCl3 plus NaOH. When there is nothing mentioned alcoholic or aqueous, then it is understood that it is an aqueous solution of sodium. This aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, it will be giving just a normal, it will be converting phenol into phenoxide ion in this way, O minus and Na plus, and also due to this CHCl3, this chloroform part, there will be formation of this intermediate CHCl2, which means the hydrogen at this. Okay, it forms this intermediate like CHCl3 chloroform, one chlorine, and this hydrogen HCl is removed, and this product is formed, which on further reaction with NaOH, it again forms ONA, and this CHCl2, this will be converted into CHO, that is the required group. This will be converted into CHO, that is the required group, and also we have to remove this Na plus and we have to add H plus. So this will be simply reacted to H plus ion in order to form product. And the name of this product is salicylic. This is about Riemer-Tiemann reaction. Okay, this is about Riemer-Tiemann reaction, which forms by the formation of an intermediate. Like if there is some reaction, yeah, some question like just write short note on Beamer-Tiemann reaction. You will be explaining each and every step. If there is any question, if there is some question in which somewhere it is used, somewhere this reaction, this conversion is used, then you don't need to write this product. Just simply write CH3L3 plus NaOH, and it will get converted into this part, and further add H plus N to convert into this form. Chemical properties. Now moving towards the third part of the chapter, that is ethers. Okay, moving towards the ethers. Ether. The first one is just preparation of ether. The first preparation is from the dehydration of alcohol. The first preparation is from the dehydration of alcohol. Like when an alcohol CH3, CH2, OH, it is reacted with concentrated H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin temperature, there will be formation of an ether, and when it is reacted at 443 Kelvin temperature, there will be formation of an alkene. Okay, the temperature plays an important role in this reaction. Whenever the temperature is low, whenever the temperature is low, at the low temperature the formation of ether will take place, and at the high temperature the formation of alkene will take place. And since there is only difference of temperature which will make it more important and more relevant towards your board examination, like there will be some fill in the blanks type of reaction, H2SO4 will be written over there, sulfuric acid will be written over there, and any one of the temperature can be given 413 or 443. At that time you need to remember that at what temperature what type of reaction happens. Okay, so just just the thing that why at 413 Kelvin ether is formed and at 443 Kelvin the alkene is formed, it can be cleared only by the mechanism. Okay, so just try to write the mechanism of dehydration of alcohol. Mechanism of dehydration of alcohol. First, this H2SO4 it breaks up into H plus and HSO4 minus. This H2SO4 it breaks up into H plus and HSO4 minus. Then there is the first step is attack of H plus. Attack of H plus. In this step what will happen? CH3, CH2, O bond H. Oxygen is having lone pair of electron, and there is an H plus. This is electron deficient and this is lone pair of electron. So the same thing will happen, like it will be attracting the electron. So there will be formation of CH3, CH2, OH and H. This will be just a common reaction. This will be just a common reaction. Then what happens in this reaction? In the dehydration of alcohol, I'll be telling both the reaction. In the dehydration of alcohol, what will happen? Then there is just this bond, there is CH3, CH2, O, H, H, and this oxygen is having lone pair of electron. This oxygen is having lone pair of electron, and in the dehydration of alcohol, this bond breaks and it results into the formation. I will be telling here. It results into the formation of a carbocation, CH3, CH2 plus H2O. CH3, CH2 plus H2O. Okay, but there is also one more possibility. Like if we are carrying out this reaction, then for sure there will be possibility that there will be a large number of alcohol It is not necessary that there I will be taking only one ethyl alcohol. Yes, this is one mole of ethyl alcohol. I will be adding it. We can't add in such a way. Na? We will be taking some moles. In some moles, there will be a large number of particles. So there is also one more possibility. At the same time, there may be an alcohol particle. There may be an alcohol particle, and the lone oxygen of this alcohol particle, which is electron rich, it can just attack on this carbon atom. It can attack on this carbon atom. So, and also with the same time, there will be removal of this H2O. That is, there will be removal of this H2O and formation of species, that is CH3, CH2, that was already there, and this bond has been broken, that is H2O is removed, and this oxygen has made bond with this carbon. So oxygen, hydrogen, CH2 and CH3, this oxygen will be having positive charge. There is also this possibility, na? Like the other alcohol molecule can also attack on the carbon atom, because this carbon will become electron deficient when this oxygen will take up the electron. Okay, so there will be formation of this species, and the third step will be the same, that is the removal of H plus as the removal of hydrogen as H plus. That is, this hydrogen will be removed. Just a minute, I will zoom it out. This hydrogen will be removed, and the product that will be formed, CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. Okay, this is the mechanism for the formation. This is the mechanism for the formation of ether molecules. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Just recall about one more concept, SN2 mechanism. Nucleophilic substitution, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution mechanism, SN2. What happens in the case of SN2? Nucleophile leaves, and like one leaving group leaves and the another nucleophile attacks. One nucleophile, like one group is leaving and the another is attacking at the same time. Both processes are occurring simultaneously, which means it follows the SN2 mechanism pathway. The formation of ether from the dehydration of alcohol follows SN2 mechanism. Okay, because the formation of ether, just attack of nucleophile is taking place, and also the leaving group is leaving. Both processes are occurring simultaneously. So that's why it follows the SN2 pathway. And also this method is suitable for the formation of ethers containing primary group, or we can say for the primary alcohol. Why? Because primary alcohol undergoes SN2 reaction faster. This is also clear. SN2 pathway, it is suitable for the primary one. Okay, let's note down these points. What if we take the secondary? What if we take secondary and tertiary? What if we take secondary and tertiary? So I will not be going in detail, okay, but just you can recall the beta elimination. If it is secondary or tertiary, there will be presence of beta hydrogen, CH3OH, CH3CH2OH. Okay, it has ability. I have told about three reagent, na? Alcoholic KOH, it can carry out beta elimination. NaNH2 upon liquid NH3, it can carry out beta elimination. Also CH3OH, like ROH and RONA, which means mostly the alkoxide part, it can carry out the beta elimination. So it will result into the formation of alkene. I will not be going in detail at this time, but you can get an idea from here. Now the next part is Williamson synthesis reaction. Williamson synthesis reaction. And also this is again a new reaction. Okay, what will happen here? RX alkyl halide, it is treated with RONA, sodium alkoxide. Okay, there will be just removal of NaX and formation of ROR, that is ether. Like you can take CS3Cl plus CS3ONA, better to write in this form, NaOCS3, it will be forming NaCl and CS3OCS3. Okay, and this Williamson synthesis, this also proceeds under SN2 reaction. This also proceeds under SN2 mechanism. If it is proceeding under SN2 mechanism, beta, okay, which means the alkyl halide, like here both the groups were same, but what if we want to form CS3? Oh, C2H5. What if we want to form CS3O C2H5? So there will be two different possibilities, that is CS3Cl plus NaO CH2CS3. This can also form, and this can also form CH3CH2Cl plus NaOCH3. This can also form the same product. Well, both of these will be correct or any one of these will be correct. So simply beta, since this also follows the SN2 mechanism, that is the bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, which means the alkyl halide, in case of SN2, the reactivity order is this one. CS3 is highly reactive, then primary, then secondary, and tertiary. It is of alkyl halide. It is of alkyl halide. So we will be going for the process in which the alkyl halide is smaller. That is this reaction. Like in order to form this product, this reaction will be the correct one and this will be the wrong one. What will happen if we take this as a reagent? So in this case again the elimination will occur. In this case again the elimination will occur. Why and how elimination will occur? Because it is having a small size. Like this alkyl group is small in size, na? So it will be easy for it to abstract the proton. It will being small in size, it will not be facing a lot of steric hindrance. So it can go and abstract the beta hydrogen. If it is abstracting the beta hydrogen, which means the elimination reaction may occur. So we will always be taking the alkyl halide part small. Is it clear? Out of all the alkyl group that will be possible, we will be taking the alkyl halide part with the least number of carbon atoms.